There we go. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Again, good morning to everybody. Let's look at a few charts first, then we'll come take a look at the market. Well, no, we better look at the market first. I get carried away. So, when we're looking at this side of the market, we're still bearish. When we're looking at this side, the relief rally is in play. And when you're looking at the bigger picture, the chart is still bullish, still very bullish chart. So depending on which side you trade on, short term, long term, medium term, one of those areas might fit for you somewhere in there. Right now, the relief rally has been working pretty good. The higher we get, the more dangerous it gets, because that's where we start running into where the bears, they kind of draw a line there and they say, hey, guys, no, you can't cross that line. And it's starting to look like it's about that 50-period moving average, which that's what we talked about a few days ago. This whole green area right through here, right up to about this candle right there. I think if the bulls could get past that, that would scare some of those bears away, and that would lift us up even higher. But if it's not, it is an absolute if. On the other hand, if the bulls can't get through there, we might be looking at more downside. I mean, we need to face it here. That medium term, from here to here, is still in play, just as the relief rally is still in play. We're bumping up against that trend line, which happens to be about the 50-period moving average. So we start to see some weakness here. We could easily pop down. And from just looking at moving averages, the 200 period is sitting right here. And what we call the dotted deuce, which is the 200 period moving average with a couple little twists and turns in it, is sitting over here at 481.50. And that looks like a very real target, providing that the sellers take over here. Now, we've got the Feds talking tomorrow, so that could be a game changer one way or another. I wish I could say which way the market was going to go on that, but I can't. I don't know what they're going to say. And it doesn't matter what they say. I don't know how the market is going to react to it. So a little caution going in here. If we take a look at IYT, it is totally failing. IYT is absolutely 100% being driven by a bear. And here we are approaching the dotted deuce down here. No real sign of buyers trying to take the driver's seat. No real sign at this point. SMH is trying to move up here. We actually breached and held over the 50-period moving average yesterday. This morning, we're just kind of trying to figure out what to do with that information. We're up here in this dangerous line here. We only need one of those, SMH or IYT, to really help us get bullish. We really only need one. But two of them against us is not good. So if the SMH gives way here, then that would be two very important tickers right there, charts that would be against the market. And that's not going to be a bullish scenario. That will be a bearish scenario. So a lot of caution in here. I noticed that a lot of these blue dots are showing up. What we're doing with these blue dots is that's a cautionary area. An area of like indecision, an area where shouldn't really be long yet, unless you're just, you want to just get in early, I guess. But for somebody waiting for some confirmation, we really want that to be green, and we're just not getting that on a lot of charts. The Qs here, not much going on with the Qs. They've, let's just get rid of all that now. There we go. They've accomplished their relief rally. They haven't challenged that 50-period moving average yet. They are holding above the T-line. They are holding above the trend indicator. Let's see what happens here. We do have a low, high, higher low, higher high, Maybe we're making a higher low. Either way you look at it, we're running up against some resistance that should be, well, we just should take notice of it. I'd be a little careful. Let's take a look at some charts here. And I've got a fair amount of bearish charts. I wanted to focus on nothing but bearish charts today because I do tend to focus on bullish charts. So I thought, well, today let's be bearish. So for the most part, well, everything that's flagged is bearish. Everything that's not flagged is bullish. So I'll go through the flagged ones first. And it looks like the whole BITO here is setting up short. Here we're failing the 50-period moving average. We've got a nice downtrend here. You can see that bearish H pattern taking hold right through here. We've got the deuces down here for targets. That may be setting up for a nice short. To go along with it, BITX, if you like that one, BITX, that's also looking short. Coin is looking short. Now, we've talked about coin here, I don't know, the last few days, and we do this box around here. And then what I felt was we needed a little more information. We weren't getting enough information to be long or short. And I had said, well, I do that box. If we break out here, that would be a signal to be long. On the other hand, if we break down, that would be the signal to be short. So I'm watching coin for a little bit of short, and all those in this family, all the Bitcoin family, we want to watch those. But that might be setting up for a short. Let's not rush into things. Okay, let's. I'm pretty much. I think it's best if we wait, 15 minutes to trade or 30 minutes even. Manage your positions first, and then let's see what happens. Disney has been just kind of floating right here, just sideways. Once again, we break out to the top side. That would be a sign to be long. We break out to the bottom side. That would be a time to be short. Right now, I am probably leaning more short than anything because, well, that's kind of the way it's looking. And if we just draw this line down here, you can see the price is underneath the T-line. T-line's underneath the trend indicator. Both T-line, all three price T-line trend indicator is under the 50-period moving average, and we're still pointing down. Might be starting to look at some of those red lines down there, which is the Deuce family, 200 family. So anyway, I'm watching Disney for some shorting action here. They do have earnings on the 7th. FTBC is a possible short. You can see how this thing is trending down. It's not going anywhere. We got below the 50. We tried to rise up, and right here would be a good spot. I mean, it really would be a good spot for the bulls to take charge. Low, high, higher, low, to take charge and move up. But it's going to take that price action. I'm not looking at this bullish. I'm looking at this more bearish. I'm just saying, it would take a nice big bullish candle to really drive us out of here, or a couple of good bullish candles. But right now, this is all a bearish setup, failing the 50-period moving average here. The price action is a bearish H pattern. Just got bearish written all over it. Macy's. Take a look at Macy's. Macy's is still short. You can see here, failing the 50. Trend indicator is red. Price action, T-line, all pointing to the downside. No bull action in here. I suppose we could draw a line right here, and we could say, oh, support, or oh, double bottom. The thing of it is that really doesn't mean anything unless there's price. So what we need to turn this around, I guess, is being at this level, we're going to need some bulls to step in and say, hey, there's price action going on. Buyers are buying it. It could be a bullish engulf. I don't know. It could start with a big hammer or something like that. But it has to start with something, and I just don't see it. So the trend is still winning to the downside. I think I flagged that by mistake. Let's take that flag off. STLD. Look how that's rolled over, gapped up, and then the sellers just drove it right back down. And here's a bear flag setting up right in here. Once again, it's the same story. I've been looking at a lot of these type of setups failing the 50 for one reason is because there's a lot of them happening. And the second reason is I've been working on this really cool scan that pulls them out. And I just love it. So I keep looking at it. But it brings up these charts like this where we fail the 50. We're close to the 50 for an entry. That makes for a very good risk, minimum risk. Minimum risk is a good risk. Reward is when you can see the path to the downside and you can see that path. That's good reward. So I think this is a good risk-reward type setup. And here's STLD in that setup right now. Target. Target is looking short. I mean, come on, really. You know, you take a look at it. Let's see, let's make that. You just take a look at this chart and you can see that what's going on here. The bears are beating the bulls. And let's put another failed high in there. So here we're moving down. Once again, there could be an argument that support. Now, you guys know how I feel about support. You can draw the lines to your blue in the face. But without price, you got nothing. You just have a line on a chart is all you have. And so we need price. And, you know, one of the things that would make good is, let's just assume price came back into this. The bulls came back in. Close over yesterday's candle. All right, that would probably wake somebody up. You know, that's the key right there. Wake somebody up. Then we're going to be looking for some kind of positive trading, probably over that 50-period moving average. And that would change that attitude maybe. But right now, all we've got is bearishness. And this little double bottom really means nothing unless price comes in. XLF. Ooh, not looking too good here, is it? You know, XLF, you can take this high, this low, this high, kind of, and if we just extended this, man, that's exactly what a bearish chart looks like. Let's rally on up to try to climb above the water, and then back down. Looks bearish. The only way for this to change is if the bulls step in. They're going to have to take out some price action here. They're going to have to take out that trend line right there. So the key is, I guess, you know, the key is wait for the bulls to do what they're going to do to give you that to make you feel good that, hey, this might be turning around, or, you know, continuing to the downside too. I mean, it could easily just pop a little to the downside. That would give you, you know, more information to the downside. So anyway, those are some of the shorts. What time is it? I've got a couple of minutes. Let's run through a couple of the longs. EME is setting up. Here we've rallied up. We're putting in a 3-8 trap, or awfully close to it. Certainly below the highest high in the past 5 days. FTAI, just moving sideways here. That's actually a buy in this area or a buy in a breakout. 3M. Look at 3M. 3M is going to be a gap. So, you know, we'll watch that. And we're going to be talking about gaps tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, if you're not doing anything, open to the public. Let's just assume that 3M settles right in here. Then we'll talk about being long, moving up, or short, moving down. But we'll have to adjust those once the candle gets put in. Let's see. No flag, that's right. Here's NEM. NEM, nice bullish gap here. And here we're pulling back. Nice 3-8 trap, waiting for the buy signal. So here's a novel idea. Some traders already do this. For traders that don't do this, like I say, this is a novel idea. Let's assume today's candle that's all it does right there, okay? So when would we be a buyer? When a candle breaks out over the previous candle. So if that ends up like that today, maybe tomorrow we get, bullish candle. Or maybe today wakes up. So what would give us the clue? How about we break out over yesterday's candle? And I say a novel idea because there's a lot of traders will look at this and say, well, it's gone too far. I don't believe it has, but that would be a novel idea for confirmation that the bulls are hanging in there now. Nokia. Take a look at Nokia here. Beautiful consolidation to the right. A little choppy in price, but the choppiness is holding pretty tight. So I really like this chart here. This is looking good. So for, under a $4 chart for somebody, Nokia is looking pretty good. First target about 385 up here. Snow might be trying to carve out a bottom here. So far, nice rounded little bottom, little flag setting up. Keeping an eye on that one. It might be trying to do something. SCO. I like SCCO. Still have some targets up there on that. And that's doing pretty good there. All right. Bobby says keep an eye on CAT. Let's see. I'm going to say for a short is what I would say right now. Bobby, I'm not sure what you're looking at. But, yeah, you're right. I'm going to flag that. You're right. Earnings not till August now. So here we have a downtrend line. The bulls have come back. Now it's running into a little bit of trouble. And that could be an excellent looking short. Yes, sir. Thank you for that one. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. We'll see everybody at the bottom of the hour. Please have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. If you have any questions, remember to ask in the room. And we'll see you in about 30 minutes. You guys take care. Thanks.